Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson. Welcome to Tea Time. This is a trans show. Trans. We speak all trans over everything. We have trans cupcakes. Everything is trans, and it's all about personal development. So if you're into that, like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below. I read everything. If you'd like it to suggest a topic, you can do that too. Everything here is unedited, unscripted, and it kind of goes really off script. So watch to the end. We often cover other aspects that are kind of meaty and juicy, but we don't get to that because this is basically the first 3 minutes are the warm up. But for today, we're going to do a meditation. And this one is specific to kind of like helping you move through. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's my sweatshirt. So I'm cold because you can see that this part is not covered. So I'm just like holding my sweatshirt here. That's behind the scenes. There you go. But yeah, so today we're going to cover a meditation, and this is an active practice. So if you're in a space that you can practice this, I highly suggest doing it. Bookmark this and put it a reminder to do this later if you haven't. This is a new series called Inner Work Wednesdays, and last week, for the people that did do it, I heard some life-changing things for some of you. I even got one message where one of you mentioned how it basically let in the woman that you were seeking and wanting to unlock. So I've heard it's kind of cracked some eggs and changed some people's lives. So this series is definitely going to keep going, and specifically this, Inner Work Wednesdays. It's got to happen. I want to give this to you. So today we're going to do getting rid of your masculinity. And I hate to say it like that, so let's just say clearing yourself of your masculinity and making room for your femininity. This is one of the exercises I learned early in my transition, very, very early in my transition, and it like made such a difference. It really helped me work with my dysphoria and really helped me accelerate my transition. And I talk about this in another episode called The Key to Inner Transformation, I think, where I talk about like this one thing that you really need to understand in the process of inner transformation. And this goes hand in hand with that, which is that it really helps you accelerate inner transformation. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to practice recognizing the masculinity within us, and then we're going to clear ourselves of it. That's basically what we're going to do. And by doing that, we're going to create space, because you can't add things into space if you're full, but you can remove things from the space and then put things in. It's like a room that's full of stuff. You can't, like if you just put more stuff in, it's just going to feel really slammed. So if you're operating in a masculine paradigm within your brain, like it doesn't matter if you transitioned 2 years ago, like I transitioned 2.5 years ago, I still experience inner masculinity. And I think this is the harder meta of the evolution of transitioning, is really like reworking your brain, reworking the neural networks and the experiences that are so associated with being masculine. So this is what's working on those parts, the really, really subtle things that are really hard for you to get at, because how do you rewire your brain in your subconscious space? Like, how do you do that? That's what Inner Work Wednesdays is for. It's active practice. It's to give you keys to really unlock and access parts of you that you really can't get to any other way. So that's this, inner practice. We're not going to talk to the mind anymore. We're going to talk to the body. We're going to talk to the heart. Are you ready? Are you in a space that's quiet? Are you in a space that's safe? Are you in a space that you feel comfortable? Are you in your bathtub? Where are you? Find a spot where you can do this with me. Here we go. And I'm just rubbing my hands because it's time. So I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to put your hand on your heart and to feel the hand on your heart, to feel the heart feeling the hand, and then to feel the hand feeling the heart. And I'm going to give you a second to really just feel that for a second. You may notice me breathing. It's good for you to breathe. So we're grounding into our body, and as we're starting to feel this feeling, I want you to start opening your experience to the rest of your body and feeling the container that your body is. Just feel all the parts and imagine it like, imagine if your body is like hollow, like it just holds something in it. And you may feel all sorts of feelings within this container. So just go around and feel these feelings within your container without actually going into the feeling themselves. Just feel the abstraction of the feeling. Just feel its presence. Breathe. Do you feel those feelings? There's a lot in there, right? Yeah. So this is really good to do now, but this is also really good to do in the morning because you can reset yourself. Take all of these feelings, especially the masculine ones, the feelings that feel like a boy, a guy, a man. Take these feelings that you're feeling and just pop the cork on your container and allow them to just come out of your body. I feel mine behind my neck, and so I pop the cork there. But wherever you feel it in your body, just pop that cork off the lid of your container and allow the liquid to just flow out. And as you breathe in, being mindful of allowing that cork to stay uncorked. Allowing the bottle to just keep letting go and letting all of that liquid consciousness out that is masculine. Just let it go. Empty yourself. You may have other thoughts that you may not associate with being masculine. Let's let those out too. And don't worry, you won't lose yourself. A lot of this stuff will return in some shape or form. The mind will often stabilize. But for now, this practice is a good way of teaching yourself to just let things go. So let's just let out all the consciousness here and just become an empty vessel. Pop that cork. If you're feeling any tension or anything in your body, pop the cork there too and let that consciousness leave. And one more, just going to keep letting it drain. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow yourself to be empty. Feel what it feels to be empty. What does it feel like to be a container? What does it feel like to be empty? Okay, now I would like you to invite in your own femininity. Just welcome her in. Hello, you're welcome in, femininity. Allow yourself to allow the femininity to expand within your container. Just expand into that femininity. You may feel your container changing shapes. What does it feel like to feel that femininity? What feels familiar about it? What feels new? Allow yourself to play in this space as much as you want. And know that you can access this at any time. We're going to ground ourselves back into our body. We're going to keep the cork closed because now we filled ourselves with femininity. And you can open your eyes now. I feel really good. How do you feel? So know that you can do this anytime that you want. When you wake up in the morning, it's the best time to do it because you're least conscious of your actions and yourself. It's where your brain is in a half awoken state where you can draw and learn new neural connections. You're more receptive to reprogramming yourself and doing something like